My connection to India, of course, I'm half Indian. My father is from Gujarat in India. He immigrated to the United States after he went to medical school in India. And he met my mom, who's of Slovenian descent, in Ohio. Of course, I have relatives and first cousins who live in India and tons of friends in India. So, when we're looking for astronauts, and I'm sure it's the same on the Indian astronaut selection, we need people who can operate in a austere environment, in a maybe confined environment, as some folks might put it, is inside a spacecraft. This is going to mean so much to the country of India to get Indian astronauts on an Indian rocket, an Indian spacecraft flown into space. The Indian astronauts will probably be doing very similar things that we did. So one of those things is, of course, learn about the spacecraft and the rocket, learn about what their interaction is between the crew members and the mission control who'll be working with them. The Indian astronauts will also probably be trying to learn what it's like to live in austere environments. The two most dangerous parts of space travel are obviously launch and entry. I think at one point in time, the thought goes to your family and your friends, and you think to yourself, wow, I might never see these people again, and you need to prepare yourself mentally and physically for that, and then you need to move on, shut that door and work professionally and make sure you're ready to go and work as hard as you can to make sure all those people, those hundreds, thousands of people who have put this rocket and this spacecraft together are confident and know that you'll do the best that you can while you're up there. In the space business, we have had catastrophes that have really made everyone sit back and think about the right way to do space travel. It is intense and it's dangerous, but the engineers are the people that we rely on, who come up with the way to make a spacecraft that's safe to re-enter. The mission controls that we work with are there watching our back, making sure all the systems are ready to go before we even start this process. The lead up to a human space flight is a test flight without humans, and that's a really, really good idea. And the Indian Space Program is doing one for their spacecraft as well, to make sure that everything from launch to getting into orbit insertion to circularizing around the planet, making sure the spacecraft can hold up in vacuum, and then the opposite coming back and entry back into Earth. This is a hugely important test to really have confidence that the people, when we put the people inside the spacecraft, they're going to get to space safely, and then they're going to come back home to their families. I am actually super excited for the Indian astronauts to get up into space and look out the window and just really realize what they're part of. There's so much training and work leading up to it, but when you get there and you can look at that our planet from that perspective, I think it really puts everything into perspective, and you recognize that we're here for a bigger purpose, because this is our only one planet, our only one home.